Sorry about that abrupt cutoff. Not sure what happened, but this lecture will conclude our discussion of Hinduism. I can remind you that we had just talked about the caste system, kind of an ascendancy of human order, but many modern-day Hindus do not hold to that as fiercely as their forebears. Then to end, we can ask ourselves, are there any unique practices or characteristics about Hinduism? Yes, you'll read about yoga, a Hindu discipline that seeks to harmonize the mind and the body, or the karma and the container, as we've been talking about, and you'll read about that in your reading, and many of you might have even experienced it. And then secondly, Hindus also hold very strictly that upon death, this is one of the few religions that mandate cremation. And that is, in their mind, their teaching, this is the way the karma can properly be released from this container. So the body must be cremated upon death. If a Hindu were living in India, the way it would happen would be rather quickly. The body is taken to the Ganges, Ganges, which is the holy river that flows south through India into the Gulf. There, the body is cremated in an open cremation. The family will build a pyre, P-Y-R-E. That just means an open pedestal is probably the best word, upon which wood and a body is placed for cremation. The eldest son will light the fire, and the fire begins on the decedent's face. It's witnessed, and it's public. When the cremation is almost finished, then the whole pyre then is pushed out in a flotilla into the Ganges. And the teaching there then, you see, is that the body and the spirit return to the one from which both came. The symbol of Hinduism that you'll see in your handout is actually a Sanskrit word. Remember, Sanskrit is the holy language and the official language of Hinduism. And if you pronounce that word, it's pronounced And the reason that word and that symbol is such for Hinduism is because Hindus teach that that was the first word or sound heard at creation. So that remains the symbol. It's the Sanskrit words, transliterated And if you're curious then why the lotus is also a secondary symbol and a very common symbol in Hindu temples, it's because Hindus teach that the lotus was the first flower that appeared on earth. So I hope I've piqued your attention and curiosity on this wonderful religion of the world, our most ancient, our most deep, and in some ways our most curious, and in a very positive way. It's a religion that keeps teaching adherents through their whole life and then even beyond. So I hope you enjoy, again, reading about it and working through your worksheet. After this, we'll also now talk about the second oldest religion of the world, almost, Buddhism.